Toss it to the left. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Leaves it with the back. Running to Green. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Direct snap. It's King. Inside the 35. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
But how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football. Good balance. Seeing where he needed to go with the football. Finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds. But how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quarterback may change this route. The handoff to Johnson. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lindsey. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How how nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Buckeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Davis. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. After that big run, the defense answers.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rides the back on the option to give. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Taking it the other way. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Texas! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Lindsey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. He smashes his way through again. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Give to the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down.
I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrendering any points. They couldn't do it, though, and now all of a sudden their backs are against the wall.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such a great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it out. It's Lindsey. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Toss sweep to the left. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to get the corner. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Got the quick pass. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. At the 45, on his way. There he goes. He's at the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Texas offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Makes the grab on the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Snags a quick pass on the left. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Quarterback making adjustments. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do. He threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Using his legs to buy some time. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He's taking the shot. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the result of the play will stand. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Off the play fake on 1st down. Makes the grab down the left side. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Corner's going to give them room. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Robinson. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Pulls it in. It's Peace. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And he'll be smacked to the ground. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
One more snap coming before halftime. Snap it to the back. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely center cut. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Quick completion to the right. Smashes ahead. Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They think they can create space here with the run to the right.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
There's no substitute for experience, and the QB did the right thing there. Third and short in field goal range. Can't take a negative play, can't turn it over. Just throw it away. Now, if you want to kick a field goal, you've got that opportunity.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Going for the marker on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, man, I'm going to find that horseshoe somewhere. The offense now 4 for 4 on 4th downs. Are you kidding me? This luck will run out. I will find that horseshoe. Defense, just stay positive, keep aggressive, keep attacking.
Got a man. It's Johnson. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game wrecker.
Finds a crease at the 20. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. And this is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he...
Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Lindsey. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll toss it to the left. Breaks into the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback making checks. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Got it in the middle, it's Butler. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
They'll give it to Johnson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to get outside. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run play action. Heaves it on the run. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Lindsey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Pulls it in. It's Peace. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Pulls and fired complete. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team?
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Pick up on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, better look out. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Now on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Motion from the back. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Off play action. Under fire. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. win here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds his man. It's Robinson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the 1st down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. The play action fake. Makes a grab past the marker. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
On the play. And 1st down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking to throw again. Quarterback adapting. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the clock running, this should be the final play. The give to the back. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be